22-year-old Azar loves gardening at his day centre in Selly Oak. He's non-verbal, visually impaired and has autism. As a result, he needs round-the-clock care. But in lockdown, that was taken away.
I remember the day vividly, 23rd of March last year, lockdown hit. We got a message from the day centre saying, look, we're closed as of now, we've had confirmation. And as I went from the 5 days at respite and touch-based pairs to 7 days at home. Now, whilst he's got his space at home, he wasn't used to being at home all the time. So he really struggled mentally, I think.
Azar's father thinks more could have been done to help his son and others like him. He feels the support offered fell well short and wants the upcoming inquiry to dig deeper into the issues they've faced.
So I don't think the government have really recognised the amount of effort that goes into caring for a disabled person. It's been, the policies that have been applied in terms of lockdown have all been quite generalised. So what I'd like to see is disabled carers and disabled people themselves being an integral part of the inquiry. It's only when you've gone through it and know what's happened and how you've suffered that you're able to put your point across.
A survey of more than 2,000 disabled people and family carers released by the charity Sense shows 73% say their needs were ignored. 63% reported that their mental health has worsened, and 34% say their personal finance has been negatively impacted.
Disabled people are one of the hardest hit groups in the pandemic. They make up 22% of the population, but account for 6 in 10 of all deaths due to COVID. And the pandemic has really exacerbated existing inequalities and created new ones. And this is exactly why we want the COVID inquiry to focus on the experiences of disabled people. We want to see a specific section of the inquiry looking at the experiences of disabled people and calling them to give evidence.
A COVID-19 public inquiry is set to start in the spring. The government says the terms of reference will be set out in good time and that bereaved families and others will be consulted before they're finalised. But many already feel this proves not all lives are being treated equally. And after a whirlwind of a year, they now want change. Lewis Warner, ITV News, Selly Oak.